Likes Oreos. All right. Thanks very much, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Well, for more on the start of the holiday shopping season, what's really going on with the American consumer, we welcome Danny Fontana. He is senior partner at Triune Capital Advisors. So we've heard it from all sides, Danny. We heard some people say it's going to be a lousy season, some people a great season. What do you say?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think what's happening with Walmart today indicates that they're a little bit worried. The fact that they moved up their Black Friday retail sales day, you know, what you're hearing in the press are two different things. On the one hand, you're hearing that they're moving it up because every year the news gets leaked to the different retailers versus on their sale items, so they want to get the sale items on sale as fast as they can. You know, it might be a pretty smart business decision predicated on this, and this is really the answer to your question, Dave and Liz. Is this going to be a good economic news season or not? We had the jobs report today come out. 130,000 jobs, apparently good news. But what happens if we continue to have, you know, upper 90s oil and we got gasoline over $3 a gallon and we get bad economic news all the way down? Do people start to get short-armed the closer we get to Christmas? And is Walmart trying to test that theory by saying, you know what, let's move this up while the news is still relatively good and see if we can't jumpstart the Christmas season here? The problem that I have with that, guys, is this. What happens if it backfires? What if people, you know, take advantage of these early sale times, spend the same or even more money than they spent last Christmas, and then find out the news is not good, and they feel like they got duped come January when those credit card bills come due, and will they then go back and blame the retailers?
Yeah,
so
Danny,
I've got two kinds of things working here.
Credit debt is a huge issue, and we should just let our viewers know that the Hollywood screenwriters have called for a strike against film and television studios. So the Writers Guild of America will be striking. That's a segment of the population that'll be hunkering down and not spending a lot probably until they know exactly what's going on. Just a tiny reflection of what's going on across the nation, Danny. But you make the point about Walmart worried that they've got to do this now because people may wake up and say, wait a minute, but Americans tend to be very, very optimistic, and they spend a lot, and they tend to feel more positive about the economy that maybe the numbers show.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Liz. But there, you know, you can have, you know, pretty bad economic news. The Hollywood writers is just one thing. That's one segment. For example, what happens if we have a terrorist act? You know, we got pretty short-armed as a result of that. I'm not suggesting that we're going to, but clearly there are things economically that can get Americans to pull in their horns the closer we get to Christmas. The issue becomes one of, why would you move this thing up? I mean, this has been going on with Walmart every year for the last 5-6 years, and yet they choose this year to move this thing up by 3 weeks. I hate to be, you know, so cynical about this, but it seems to me to be a pretty smart business decision. Perhaps they're looking at things and they're saying, you know what, the economy and the economic news, the Fed just lowered rates. Yeah. Obviously, they're seeing some things that would indicate that the economy is slowing down.
Right, they see a lot.
Maybe they're making a good decision here.
They do see a lot. Danny Fontana, great to see you. Thanks, Danny. Thanks. And the strike, that's kind of interesting news.
Yeah, definitely. They will be striking, not this second, but they said, what, on Monday, I believe? Monday at 12:01 a.m.
Yeah, actually, we should specify what's happening now. They're calling for a strike deadline at 12:01. That's Sunday night, Monday morning, right in that period. It may still not happen. They may get it before then. But we're going to go to Hollywood, get details on precisely what's happening, what the negotiating parts are, and whether you're going to see David Letterman at night.
Stay tuned.